Guys, welcome to Comic Educator, where today I'll be doing the comic review on Boom's Comics Go Go Power Rangers #1. So I was a big fan of the 90s Power Rangers. I grew up with them when they originally came out, so I'm hoping to get that very nostalgic feel from this comic. So as it opens up, it shows a battle between Goldar and the Power Rangers going on. Now, this is the very first battle right after the Rangers have received their powers. Now, after the Rangers first received the Power Sword during this battle, Goldar, being the coward that he is, almost immediately seems to teleport out of the situation to make sure that he himself is not destroyed. I do want to point out that the characters do seem to have a darker tone, not like the light-hearted characters that were shown in the original 90s Power Rangers TV show. We get our first indicator of this when there's a discussion right after this first battle between Billy and Zach, where actually Billy is wondering if the army's going to show up, and Zach's whole attitude is, we just saved the world, why would they? Billy realizing that they could be perceived as a threat to the United States or to the world in general. We then get a flashback to 3 months prior to where we have Jason, who is in the Angel Grove Youth Center juice bar, training in martial arts like he normally is. Being there so early, he actually beats the juice bar owner, Ernie, there, and startles him upon his entry. Ernie wondering why Jason is so dedicated to training constantly, and he finds out from Jason that when he was younger, he was more of a bully, and this is his way of keeping himself disciplined and keeping him off of that path. This is when we hop back to present day with the rest of our Rangers attending high school, Zach going to classes, and even Billy and Trini having a discussion about boys, Trini being too afraid to talk to her crush in any shape or form and asking Billy for advice. We also get introduced to Bulk and Skull, who proceed to throw a water balloon at Billy's head. We are also introduced to another character named Matthew Cook, who we find out is Kimberly's current boyfriend. Flashing over to the moon, we find out that Rita actually has captured and has held the two astronauts who have originally released her from her imprisonment the entire time. Rita trying to use any information the astronauts might be able to give her to her own advantage. At this point, Jason gets a call from Alpha on a specialized phone that was given to him. The other members of the team questioning where he got the phone in the first place, and Jason stating that they need to get a hold of Kimberly as soon as possible. Kimberly being on a date with the gentleman that we had met earlier in the comic. Upon arriving at the command center, the team is informed of the fact that Rita does have the two astronauts captive. Immediately after being informed on this, the team makes the decision to go to try to rescue them. Zordon not feeling that it is very smart to go attack Rita at her home base, but allowing the team to go anyways. With Billy and Zach discussing outside before they leave on the crazy situation that they've ended up in, not understanding everything completely just yet. It's at this time that the team is ready to go, and they morph.
Alright guys, it's morphin' time. Mastodon! Pterodactyl! Triceratops! Saber-tooth tiger! Tyrannosaurus! Power Ranger!
Immediately after morphing, our team teleporting directly to the moon. It's at this point that I feel that the team shows little of their inexperience, spending more time talking to each other than trying to figure out the situation now that they're in front of their enemy's home base. To the point to where they get so distracted by talking that they get ambushed and surrounded by a group of putties. While they are surrounded, they are able to fight their way within the base. Now, Jason decides to stay behind to attempt to give the team a little extra time to infiltrate the base and try to figure out exactly where the astronauts are being kept. Upon entering the base, the first thing that our two Rangers, Blue and Black, Billy and Zach, are faced with is Goldar. Now, Goldar is the only thing that's in between them and the astronauts. After a quick battle, due to the fact that Goldar was outnumbered, the other Rangers were able to arrive and they were able to escape with the astronaut. Unknown to them that a spell that Rita has cast has been slowly leading the Rangers directly to her. While the other four Rangers are trying to figure out a way to escape with the astronauts, Jason ends up going on a one-on-one battle with Rita. Now, as much as he is confident, he is not as strong as this witch, and in the midst of this battle gets blasted through a wall and slammed through to the location of the other Rangers. Trini calling out to Jason, fearing for his safety. This is when we find out that this whole situation has been a trap. And not only does Rita know the identity of the Rangers, but she has herded them to this position. And we leave off with issue number 1 with the Rangers being left in big trouble. Will Alpha or Zordon be able to save the day? We'll find out in my issue number 2 review of Go Go Power Rangers by Boom Comic. My overall thoughts on the comic is it was really, really good, guys. If you enjoyed the original 90s TV show, you will enjoy the comic. So I definitely recommend picking this up. I will definitely give this an 8 out of 10. But thank you again, guys, for watching my comic review. Remember, keep reading, keep imagining, and keep pushing forward. Have a great one.